Welcome everyone to our midweek or rather weekend analysis. So today is Sunday and market's about to open like in an hour. But before that, as usual, we go through our normal pairs. That's the Forex pairs, gold, the indices, and lastly crypto. So before we even begin, don't forget we still have the promotion running. That is the FAST20 discount code, which gives you 20% off all instant funded accounts. So remember that is a FAST20, 20% off all instant funded accounts. That discount ends tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. CET rather. So make sure you get your hands on instant funding accounts before the promo ends. So without further ado, let us dive right in our analysis for this evening. So right now we have the dollar index, which continued moving down, but then broke the trend line and is literally at a level of resistance at this point. So the question is, are we going to go up or are we going to continue holding this area, then continue all the way down? That is the $1,000,000 question. So with that in mind, we definitely won't be seeing dollar index continue all the way up anytime soon. But I do think we might be consolidated for this coming week on the dollar index, especially since we just recently had NFP. So next week is really a quiet week where we only have FOMC minutes on a Wednesday. That's the only dollar related news that we have. So literally consolidation for the rest of the week is definitely possible. So that is my outlook on the dollar index. With that in mind on the dollar index, let's look at the dollar Mexican. So dollar Mexican has been continuing with its downward move and it hasn't been stopping. We had the break of the trend line, but we didn't really break the resistance level. It kept on moving down. So this means this trend line right now is now extending. So at this point, we could be seeing dollar Mexican coming back up slightly, probably even to this trend line before continuing all the way down and making a new low. So keep that in mind with the dollar index, because in dollar, sorry, not dollar index, dollar Mexican, because dollar Mexican could even be coming as far as 1800, even by the end of this year. We could be seeing ourselves at 18 pesos for a dollar. Yeah, a dollar for 18 pesos. Yes. So we could be seeing that in by the end of the year or even before the end of the year. So keep that in mind when trading the dollar Mexican. Now let's move over to dollar yen. So dollar yen, we reached this level of support. We had the trend line. Trend line was broken over here. NFP came, rolls all the way up, tackled the resistance level, which was right here. And we broke right through, and now we had a pullback. So this pullback, we most likely will see ourselves probably up here by the end of the week. So that's my anticipation on dollar yen. Then let's look at euro dollar. So euro dollar has been doing also the same thing with the dollar index, in that it's been going up while the dollar index has been going down. Right now, the trend line was broken, but no support was actually broken whatsoever. So with euro dollar, we might be actually even be consolidating as well, but we could even possibly break this previous low around 1.17. We could be going right below 1.17 where the support level is. So we can also keep an eye watch on that. And then next level that we could be aiming for is probably back down to 1.14 for a euro to a dollar. Right. Now let's move over to CAD Swiss. CAD Swiss trend line was broken. Resistance was also broken. We have a pullback similar to what has happened with dollar yen. So we could be seeing ourselves even coming back all the way up here into this coming week. So let's keep that in mind as well on CAD Swiss. Do we have any news related to Canadian dollar versus the Swiss franc? Well, yeah, we do have unemployment claims, but that will be on Friday. So not much movement to that. But it's best that we do keep that in mind for this coming week, that there will be unemployment change and unemployment claims as well for the Canadian dollar. As for the Swiss franc, we do not have any news pertaining to that. And now let's look at pound yen. So pound yen, we had the break of the trend line, we broke the first support level, second support level, and then we're heading all the way to the third support level, but then we had a pullback. So this pullback in this coming week, the question is, will this pullback hold and then come all the way down, or are we going to continue all the way up? That is the question. But right now, as we can see, even the spread has increased, so we might even have a gap as we open the week on pound yen. So let's keep that in mind as well, that a gap is imminent on pound yen for this coming week. And let's look also at pound dollar. So pound dollar, it's almost the same scenario with pound yen, where the trend line was broken, and then we did have a touch of the support level, and then we bounced from there, but it was short-lived. We didn't really pass right through, we just touched it. So we could even actually be reversing on pound dollar really soon, coming probably all the way back up, but we're yet to see. We could also be touching the support level and then coming all the way down beyond 1.3600. Then let's look at gold. So gold has been moving up strongly. NFP came, made a huge push to the downside, and then we had a slight recovery to the upside. So this coming week, we could be seeing more downside movement if this pullback does not hold. But if we do have a hold of this pullback and then we come right above 3360, we could also be seeing ourselves coming even all the way to 3400, close to 3400 this coming week as well. And now let's look at NAS 100. So NAS 100 as continuing making new highs. Trend line was broken, but there wasn't any break of support, so it continued all the way up, and we seem to be continuing with that momentum, going all the way up as well. So we could probably draw a trend line like so, where there's a U-turn, and I'll just say here we'll just be looking for pullbacks whatsoever, and then entering on those pullbacks. So we're actually looking to enter somewhere here, if you remember, but we didn't quite reach that level. So maybe an entry right below this previous support level could be a good entry to actually buy NAS 100 and probably jump onto that trend as well. Then let's look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we touched the top level right here, this resistance, and then we bounced off of that. So could this be a pullback coming to the downside, or is just this a pullback continue to the upside. I do believe that this could be a pullback coming to the downside. So my anticipation for this coming week is that we could even be seeing ourselves at 105,000 K on Bitcoin. Then let's look at Ethereum, last but not the least. So Ethereum, we are still in this consolidation box, and we're seeing if we're gonna get out of it or we're gonna continue all the way down. But short term, what I do think is almost a similar scenario with Bitcoin, where it touched resistance, but then this could be a pullback, continue to the upside, and then maybe even going beyond to 650, or this could be a push down. Then this is the pullback, and then we could be seeing ourselves coming down to 350 by the end of this week. So this is where we conclude with our market analysis for this weekend. Don't forget Fast 20 to get 20% off all funded accounts. Discount ends tomorrow, 11:59 p.m. CET or 5 p.m. EST. So keep that in mind. Get your account as quickly as possible. And yeah, it's instant funding. You don't have to pass any challenge. And we're yet to see. Yeah, of course, you are yet to grab that account as soon as possible. You only have exact seeing you all on Wednesday, as usual, same time, same place on YouTube. And enjoy the rest of your week. And make sure you use proper risk management and trade well. So this is where we conclude today. And have a lovely day, night, and afternoon wherever you are in the world. Bye bye.